Welcome everybody to another episode of the Plug and Play podcast. My name is Alexis, and we got my co-host here, Henry. How you doing, man?
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Nice. So today we got like a little packed show. Gamescom just happened recently. They showed a lot of games. There was like a 2-hour show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they showed like new games and surprises as well as like trailers from like previously announced games. So we're gonna be going over that later down the show. We also had some new releases like Black Myth Wukong. Huge game surprised me actually. So let's just get started with this first one, right? Tango Gameworks. They're staying open after they get acquired by Krafton, which is a South Korean publishing company. Which, if you ever heard of PUBG, they're related to that. And they retain the Hi-Fi Rush IP. Because there are some people confused whether Hi-Fi Rush was with Microsoft or they're gonna stay there. Also with the other IP like The Evil Within, Ghostwire Tokyo, stuff like that. And great for Tango Gameworks to like stay alive after all this. Whenever that it was shown or whenever it was like announced from Microsoft that Tango Gameworks was getting closed down or the employees were getting laid off, there's a lot of like backlash at Xbox when that happened. But I guess now they announced that they're getting acquired by Krafton. I'm surprised they announced this kind of late. I mean, like,
Yeah, it did seem a little delayed.
yeah, it was just like, I wish that they said something because before all this, people were talking shit about Xbox and Microsoft because it just gave like ammunition for like, I guess, the console war, if that even still is a thing. And then now it's just like, oh, they're acquired by Krafton. So I don't know if this happened immediately right after Xbox let them go, but it's great to see this. I mean, now I mean it's obvious there will definitely be in Hi-Fi Rush 2 for sure. And who knows?
Yeah, they've confirmed it. That's exactly what they're working on
Oh,
next.
you know what? I think I also saw that they were trying to like expand the IP. So you might see some like merged TV shows or something related to Hi-Fi Rush, which is great because this feels like almost like a PS2 era type of game, just like the style, the gameplay, and all that stuff. It's a new IP as well, and then who knows what else Tango Gameworks has cooking in there after Hi-Fi Rush, Evil Within 3, or who knows? I mean, they've created a lot of new IP, so we might see something new from them, which would be like cool to see. I'm interested to see what they have planned upcoming. And I guess now this just confirms that they're multi-platform now, so we don't have to worry about whether the games are exclusive. So if you have like a PC, even a Nintendo Switch, you can get ready for Tango Gameworks games to be on your platform. And who knows, they might grow into something bigger. Because I feel like Tango is like, I mean, their games are huge, right? Like Evil Within, I think a lot of people know that. Hi-Fi Rush success. Even if some people would say it wasn't a success, I feel like it was a success because of new IP and stuff. But we can see this company grow and see what they have to cook. So I want to hand it off to you, Henry. Do you agree with me that Hi-Fi Rush could be like a big thing, and do you think Tango can like continue to cook? See what else comes from them.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, like Hi-Fi Rush is a great franchise. Or franchise is one game. But like it was one of my top 5 games of last year, easy. Like I loved Hi-Fi Rush, and I was really disappointed to hear that Tango Gameworks got shut down because I wanted more Hi-Fi Rush. I thought that there was a lot of potential in the IP, and obviously Krafton sees that as well. We were talking about how like it seemed like a delayed thing, and thinking about it, it's probably a pretty quick turnaround. It's unfortunate that that's how it. I mean, let's be real. Like Microsoft really fumbled this. Like everybody's pissed at them for closing them in the first place, but like it's always been a question for me is like, why doesn't Microsoft just try to sell these teams? Like you can at least make some money off of them rather than just completely shutting them down. And usually the answer is, well, there's not really a buyer, or it takes probably longer to sell a company than it does to like make the money back on what exactly you're trying to sell, to keep it open and all that other stuff. So it's normally not really worth it. But in this case, clearly there was a buyer that was very desperate to get their hands on Tango. I think Tango's a very talented team. Obviously, like I think Ghostwire and Evil Within are good games, maybe not great games, but good games. I think Hi-Fi Rush is a great game, and that's specifically why they only got the Hi-Fi Rush IP. So, Microsoft is still retaining rights to Evil Within and Ghostwire Tokyo and pretty much everything else Tango Gameworks has ever made. So Krafton is only going to be doing Hi-Fi Rush in the future, which is, it means that what that means is you're never going to see a Evil Within or a Ghostwire Tokyo game ever again, because it means, this was really the only Japanese studio that Microsoft had and the only one that really could do anything like those games. And I highly doubt that Microsoft is going to give those IP to anyone else to develop a game. So if you're a fan of either one of those franchises, they're pretty much just dead at this point. But what I'm ultimately happy about is, we're going to get more Hi-Fi Rush. I don't think everybody at Tango got their jobs back. When you lay everybody off and then there's like a pretty long period where you don't have any work, you're going to go looking for another job. So in this case, I assume a lot of them probably had found work or, were in the process of finding other jobs and probably took better offers or offers in general. So, you're not going to have the full original Tango Gameworks team back, but you're probably going to have a decent number of them. And I'm really looking forward to seeing Hi-Fi Rush in the future. I think that Krafton is an interesting pairing for this. Obviously, we were saying like they're the guys who did PUBG, and Callisto Protocol was another game that they published as well. And I don't know how this Hi-Fi Rush specifically ties into their business strategy and why they want it. But it is what it is. They're clearly trying to diversify, and we'll see how they go forward with it. But overall, positive news here. Positive news.
Yeah, great to see them like stay afloat. I mean, there's a lot of potential there for sure. And then I do wonder like in the future whether because I know there's like a lot of studio closures and stuff like that, but I wonder if these guys are profitable. I mean, there's a reason that Xbox just like wasn't like interested in them anymore. So like I wonder if any of the future games will be like, sustainable, and we might even see like more studio closures in the future. So you just gotta keep an eye on them. And it would suck to see them get shut down again, like after what happened. With
double shutdown.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And because they make good games, but like they're just like very like they don't sell like tens of millions of copies. So it's just like,
nah, unfortunately.
Yeah, so you just gotta make sure that their budget is right. Make sure they sell a lot. Make sure the games are interesting. So hopefully Krafton gives them a chance, for sure. You said that they published Callisto Protocol.
Yeah, Krafton also did Callisto Protocol. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that game was expensive as fuck to like make. So it's just like that was on them.
Totally. It was
that was on them.
Ridiculously expensive. Yeah.
So yeah, it was like, and it's just that's on them. So shout out to Tango Gameworks. Interested to see what else they make, because I have Ghostwire Tokyo, but I haven't played it yet. But it's like a game that looks interesting to like play and understand. And I know there's like a lot of people that love that game, even though it has some middling reviews, I guess. But like
it's mixed.
Yeah, it's mixed. That's like the perfect word to like describe it. But you never know until you try it, right? That's Tango Gameworks. So shout out to them for staying afloat. We'll see what they make in the future. Next story right here. Well, it's not really a story. It's just like an update or like what's been happening recently. Black Myth Wukong, the game just came out a couple days ago, and it's already the #1 single player and the second overall title on Steam ever, with 2.4 million concurrent players at launch. And I couldn't believe when I saw this, because I know.
It blew me away.
Yeah, it was crazy, because it's like I knew Black Myth Wukong was gonna be maybe semi-popular, sort of like Lies of P maybe, whereas it's like it's good.
Exactly like Lies of P.
Yeah, I was getting that vibe, but then I guess it just got word that it's just selling a lot, and it makes sense because it's a Chinese title. It's a game made in China. And though the people over there are like very dedicated to like games and stuff, and like they're dedicated to like their own country, they'll see the game made in China, they'll just go right to it. Like PUBG, is still huge in China, even though it's kind of dwindling like over here, like in the other countries and stuff like that. But yeah, it's crazy to see 2.4 million. Like I never expected to see that number, and I do wonder like what the number is between like the people in China playing it and those from other states and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's probably gained more since people are seeing like the news of this, and they're like, oh, what the hell is this? And they look at it and they check, they might buy it. All right. And there's also like other things that's been happening, like the PS5s are just selling out in China. I think I read something that in China there's like a stipulation with video gaming time where like you can only play a certain amount of time, and something with like PC or something, or there's like it's different rules and stuff. Same with consoles.
Yeah,
it's weird.
The government shuts off your access to a game after a certain amount of time, so you can't play games for like too long.
Yeah. So yeah, that's crazy. And then
welcome to China.
Yeah, I know they also have other things like you can't have kids unless they took that away.
Yeah, they took that one away.
Yeah.
You couldn't have more. It was like something with the gender. I can't fully remember it, but like I think you couldn't have more than one girl or one boy or something like that.
Yeah. I think that's gone. But yeah, it's just like crazy over there.
Yeah, they took it away. Yeah. You don't want to be in China for very long.
Yeah. And then they just announced on their Twitter that they sold 10 million copies, and in 3 days. 3 days. So like they already got their money back. So it's just like shout out to them. To Game Science.
They did not just make their money back, dude. They made money.
Yeah, for sure. And this game is not even on Xbox, but I do wonder, like, I don't think it would have sold that much on Xbox, because I don't think they really it's popular in China. So, it's crazy that this huge game is just on everywhere except Xbox, and there's like another huge hit that Xbox missed out, like Baldur's Gate 3. Remember Baldur's Gate 3? You couldn't play it on Xbox for like until like the Game Awards happened. So like they're missing out on another huge title right here. Yeah, 10 million sold. I think I read that it's the second biggest like launch weeks since GTA 5, or like one of the best selling games. So this is crazy. I never would have expected this at all. Like I was expecting like maybe 2 million copies sold, but 10 million is like damn, crazy.
Yeah, I was expecting something very similar. Like, and I don't know. I think there's a lot of revisionist talk happening right now in the community, because people are acting like, oh yeah, Black Myth Wukong was always going to be good. Like this doesn't surprise me at all. I'm like, I don't know what you guys were seeing, but like this game looked good, not great.
Looked
like
fake.
For the longest time.
Almost looked fake.
I mean, some people maybe say fake. I say it looked like a Lies of P. Like this was a game that was like made by a Chinese studio or an Eastern studio that had no experience doing anything else other than mobile games, and probably was going to be okay. Some people were going to like it, some people weren't, and that was it. And now everybody's like, oh well, yeah. I think this game is definitely seeing a lot of boost because this is marketing. Ultimately, is like this many copies sold. Is everybody's like, well, what's the hubbub about? You know, like why do so many people want to play this? And it caught me way off guard. I was just scrolling through Twitter and I saw somebody point out like, oh, there's 2 million players currently playing Black Myth Wukong right now. I was like, on Steam. I was like, what the heck is going on? I did not see that coming at all. And it continued to go up, obviously. And I assumed it was because I never, the Chinese market really never affects us. Like I very rarely see games like this blow up in China and it affect like our numbers that we typically see in the market. And there's a lot of various reasons behind that. A lot of that is like China doesn't allow a lot of games to come into China. Kind of the way we were talking about earlier. Like it's a very restrictive government, and a lot of video game companies, like I think that there is a law in China that you cannot have a skeleton in your video games. Like there's like a lot of weird rules like that, and so it just makes it really difficult for a lot of. I think blood's another one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird rules, and I honestly am not as versed on exactly why or all of those rules, but like there's a lot of weird ones, and they prevent a lot of game companies from just putting games in China at all. So like they don't ever see a lot of releases obviously this is a Chinese studio, so they were already kind of being controlled by the government in that way, and probably had to follow their regulations in that way, and so it was also going to be allowed in China because of that. So the Chinese market was, and it's obviously based on a Chinese myth or fable. Oh man, I can't remember.
The Journey to the West.
What Journey to the West?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's like based off Dragon Ball too. So
exactly, yeah. Goku is the same as
the monkey.
The Monkey King, yeah. So it's there's a lot of cultural crossover there. They obviously enjoy that. It's part of their culture. So like they were clearly drawn to it, and it is a massive success to a point where people are like, there's a huge secondhand market for this game right now, or secondhand market for the PS5 now. People are scalping PS5s to no end because like that's just how people are playing the game, is through PS5. It's crazy to see, and what's even crazier is I don't think this game is like that great. It's an 81 on Metacritic right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination, and it's also like not what I was expecting it to be. I thought this game was a Dark Souls game, just like straight up. And
it's more like God of War, I think.
It's like I've heard more people say it's closer to like God of War or Devil May Cry or something like an action game. So you're like going just pretty linearly through a bunch of areas, fighting bosses and like smaller enemies along the way. And that's not what I thought this game was, and it's not as compelling to hear that this game is that. So like it's just interesting to see that this game is so huge right now. And not only that, but I think it will get a lot of sales in the States because it's just getting so much press about how successful it is. And I think people are probably conflating that with it's popular here, and they probably want to see what all the hubbub is about because it's popular here. Because that's what I thought when I first saw it. I thought 2 million players were playing it in America, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. I just totally missed the boat on this. And it's obviously the Chinese market, obviously, when you think about it for more than 5 seconds. So it's super interesting to see this thing blow up like it did.
Yeah, and then when you see stuff like this blow up, you see Sony. Like, maybe them getting out of the Japanese market might have been smart. I mean, they still do have like a small Japanese audience, but you see this like in China. Now they're doing stuff like in India and stuff like that. And if a huge game comes out of India, that's gonna be selling a lot. So it's just like they're building like the audience just across the world and stuff. And they got like a console exclusive, I guess, for the PS5. So yeah, this is crazy. I don't know if I will ever play this game. I mean, it's I can't get a gauge on it. Like I don't know what kind of like, because it's like not Souls, but it's not like But would you play it?
I think, yeah. I honestly was thinking about this the other day too. Like, would I play? Do I even want to play this game? And I think the answer is I probably want to play this game about as much as I want to play like Stellar Blade, which is like,
Me too.
Yeah, the game looks good, and it's like it's probably fine. And if it ever goes on sale, like on PlayStation, specifically on like PlayStation Plus, which it 100% will at some point, because it's a console exclusive with Sony. Like, so they already are pretty in deep with Sony. So like, eventually it will be a PlayStation Plus game, and I'll play it then. And like, I'll probably think it's good, not great, and I'll probably move on after playing it for however long. But I'll probably end up playing it because of that, and just to see what all the hubbub is about, because it'll probably be free. But yeah, I have no issue playing it though, if it's free, certainly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same. I just gotta wait for a discount on it because I'm not sure on it. But I do see some people clamoring it for Game of the Year. Are you with that? Because I don't think I see it.
No shot.
What if it did win?
No. That's I highly doubt it will win. There's no doubt it will. Yeah. It will. I don't even think it'll be nominated at the Game Awards.
I think it will.
Game of the Year.
I think it will. I mean, what other titles are there to get nominated?
I mean, you got a Zelda game coming out this year.
I mean,
that's definitely going to be in there. Any Zelda game is going to be on there,
Maybe.
And then obviously Final Fantasy. I'd have to go back and recheck all the things that come out, but like I think it'll be interesting to see that one on there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what other titles would be on the Game of the Year thing. Um.
Concord.
Oh man, that's a failure. You seen the numbers on that? It's like less than
Yeah, I think
less than the.
I've actually not seen the numbers on it. No,
It was like
I just knew it was not going to do well.
it was like 670 or something players. And
Oh no way!
it's like way less. It's like less than fucking Gollum from last year, and less than Redfall. I mean, Redfall had like 6,000, but yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy. It's less than Gollum. It's at a 68 right now on Metacritic.
Cause it's like you
Dang.
gotta pay for it, and like there's better games like Overwatch is free, and it's like a better version of that. Same with like other like free to play like multiplayer games. It's just like, damn. So yeah, shout out to Game Science, 10 million sold, surprising there. Yeah, Black Myth Wukong, just a crazy game. Never expected the success it was gonna have. It's heading to the Gamescom show, led by your boy Jeff Keighley. I'm surprised
Yeah,
he was
boy.
here. He seems like he's on every game show now, game event or whatever.
Oh, he is absolutely.
Yeah.
He's
like,
the
what?
guy behind it all.
I was watching it live, and then he spoke German in the beginning, I think, and it was like, oh shit,
He tried.
he tried.
He attempted to.
I can't tell, so I don't know if he did a good job or not. So, yeah, Gamescom. They showed a lot of stuff here. New stuff, trailers from older stuff, showings, events, stuff like that. We can get started with the opener. So they started with how do you say it?
The big one.
A big one,
Big reveal.
A reveal, like, so they announced Borderlands 4, and it's coming out next year. Surprisingly, like, oh, that's kind of nice to see. They announced it's coming out very soon. So right now it's only gonna be available on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. So of course, and then they just showed like a little like cinematic or teaser trailer. So they just showed like the face of the bandit under fire, and like they show like different planets and stuff like that. So of course, yeah, nothing you can see from here, no gameplay. So it's just them announcing it. I have like, so I like Borderlands. I like the gameplay. I just don't like the story and like the humor and stuff. I just hate it. It's just like childish. It's like cringe and stuff. It's just like, nah.
Memes.
There you go.
Internet memes.
Like Reddit humor
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I just don't
I
vibe
can
with
see
it.
that.
But the gameplay is fun as hell. So if they can match the gameplay like how it is, then I'm good. But I know a lot of people are into the story and they want like stuff like that to be in the game. So it's just like, I'm a different type of audience for this type of game. So yeah, Borderlands 4 coming out next year.
Yeah, I think I'm actually into the story of Borderlands. Funny enough, I don't like the writing. I'm kind of with you there.
I think it's the writing. Yeah, the writing is what I meant to say.
Yeah, weirdly, like Borderlands 2, actually, I enjoyed the like lore and story of it, which is I didn't see coming at all because I really don't like the first game at all in almost any way. But like 2, I think really picked it up for that series in general, at least from an overall standpoint, in my opinion. But like, yeah, I think this was an interesting reveal because clearly this was supposed to be a strategically timed announcement because the Borderlands movie just came out, which I considered putting that as a topic this week, but I was like, it's probably not big enough to really delve into, but it's funny. And we can probably just tie it into this, which is like, it is like one of the biggest movie flops of all time. Like it's almost crazy how much money they've lost on it,
Looks
and
so
how the critical. Yeah, I mean, like, it always looked not great. It always had like a disaster written all over it.
Yep.
And I don't know how they got so many big names to sign on to it, to be quite honest. Obviously they just paid them a lot of money. But like it's clear that like Borderlands has been trying to push for like this. It's trying to be like a Mario. It's trying to be a Sonic, it's trying to be this multimedia property that can be successful in more than just a video game. And clearly the show did not, or the movie did not accomplish that. Borderlands 4, I mean, I feel like people don't really talk about 3 that much. Like I know it was very successful, but I know a lot of people didn't care about the villain, and like really what made 2 very successful was everybody liked the villain. The villain apparently is like a robot with long fingers. That's kind of what we get with Borderlands 4 teaser trailer. But this was the big opener. I mean, I feel like I already knew that Borderlands 4 was in development. In fact, I'm pretty sure that has been confirmed at some point or another. Like Gearbox has talked about working on Borderlands 4 in some capacity. It's obvious because that's like they're kind of their moneymaker, so of course they're making another Borderlands game. It's just like this was the confirmation that it exists, I guess, and it will be out soon, which is I think the more interesting thing.
Next year.
But yeah, it didn't wow me. This was an okay like intro announcement, but it did not wow me.
Nope. Because I knew it was coming, so. But it's still cool to see, I guess. Next, they showed Black Ops 6, so another trailer or gameplay section of the single player section for the game, and it's coming out October 25th. And I think I like Black Ops more than Modern Warfare. I think Modern Warfare is like too serious, tries to take everything too serious, but like Black Ops is like action packed movie type of game.
Yeah.
It takes place in the early 90s, and it's after the Cold War. It's going to be depicting like the Gulf War and all that stuff. Here they show like the Omni movement, so like you can run to the side and to the back and like lean, all that stuff. I mean, it's just basic Call of Duty stuff right there. I mean, I'm not really excited over it, but I do like the setting and all that stuff. I think I like the Black Ops like setting and like how it plays and stuff like that. So I don't know if you got anything to say about this.
I think it looked good.
Yeah, it looked good, yeah.
And that's something I didn't expect to say because like I am not a huge I'm like drawn to Call of Duty. I played, obviously I think I mentioned I played the original Black Ops for the first time, and I have to agree with what you said. Like I think I would prefer the Black Ops series to their other games because I'm not even going to try to mess it up like I did last time. Advanced Warfare. Yes, or Modern Warfare. One of the two. I can't remember.
Modern
Thank
Warfare.
you again. But it's way more fun. It doesn't take itself as seriously. It's way more about just like delivering cool action-packed set piece scenes to the player, and that's honestly what I come to a Call of Duty campaign for. So like this was basically just like, hey, Henry, you want this. This is for you. And I was like, cool. I will be playing this now. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Like, this looks cool. So I'm actually looking forward to playing the single player now. Nice. Hopefully it'll be a nice, cool thrill ride.
Yeah. It's funny you keep seeing Advanced Warfare when there's like, that was like the only one game. And that was the one everybody hated when it came out. And it's like
I'm pretty sure I played it, which is why. Yeah.
That's probably why.
It was one of the free PlayStation Plus games.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, everybody hated it.
They ruined me.
Yeah. So yeah, Black Ops campaigns are good as hell. So like, just play them. So I don't know if I'm gonna buy it though. $70 is steep. But next they showed Goat Simulator. Well, it wasn't. Well, they showed like a trailer. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like the Metal Gear Solid 1 graphics and stuff. Like, what the hell is this? And then like a goat pops out. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm not interested. So, fuck. I hate this. Like, why is this getting remastered? I don't really care about Goat Simulator anyway. And that's it. That's enough of my time. You want to add anything to Goat Simulator?
I mean, yeah, the trailer, I was definitely trying to parse out what the heck this game was through the trailer as well. It was, a bunch of memes and video game references and stuff. And then when it was like, oh, it's Goat Simulator, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Because that's like half of Goat Simulator is just references and memes and stuff. But like, yeah, why are we remastering Goat Simulator? I don't know. Like, that just seems ridiculous to me. It's a game that's like kind of half of its charm is how broken and old looking it kind of is. So I don't know why you need to make it look better or do anything to it. Just make another Goat Simulator game if that's what you're trying to do. But I don't know. Clearly there's an audience for this. I've actually heard Goat Simulator 3 is not bad if you like Goat Simulator 1. Yeah, it'll be another great game for YouTubers to play and do Let's Plays of and get clickbaity titles and all sorts of good stuff. So good for them.
Yeah, I don't really care about it. So Next they showed Dying Light: The Beast. I thought that was like a DLC for the second game, but apparently it's like a spin-off. But in this, actually, it is a spin-off. They announced today
Yeah.
that the third Dying Light is in development. So Dying Light: The Beast is it's how do you say it? It takes place during the first game where you play as Kyle Crane. So he's gonna be you're the protagonist you play as, and I'm not sure about the world. I think it's a new area. Yeah, new map, new region. So
It's a new map.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cause man, the first Dying Light is good as hell. Like, it doesn't even compare to the second
Yeah, I
one.
actually like it a lot.
Oh man,
I have not played the second one, but I have played the first.
Second one is a
And it's
disappointment. So the first one's so good. I just remember playing
What
it.
did they do to the second one?
It's like there's not that much parkour and stuff, and like the map is too big, and there's no guns, even though you don't really use that many guns in the first game. Just a lot of different stuff that just doesn't feel right. And same with the quests, they're kind of boring. And like just like the parkour in the first game was just better. Same with like the nighttime, everything was like compact. Second game is more open. So yeah, it's tough. You gotta play the second. You'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, first game is
Bigger
fun.
is not always better.
Yeah, true. So yeah, I love the first game. So maybe this one can get like that same feeling. But yeah, Dying Light: The Beast. It doesn't have a release date, so we're not sure when it comes out.
Yeah.
Next they showed a trailer for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and at this point I'm done seeing the trailers. Like, I'm just waiting for the game to come out. I want to see like what's in the hands of like the players and stuff like that to see how it feels. But this might be a day one buy because I know a lot of my friends are going to be playing it. So yeah, I'm excited for it. So I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
No, dude, you're the DBZ man.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you, dude. This is a long time coming. It's all for you, man.
Yeah, it's fun as hell. So like, if you do happen to like buy it in the future when it's cheap, I'll recommend it because it is fun as hell. Next they showed King of Meat. It's like a co-op game, sort of like dungeon type play. It's weird, but at first I thought it was like a MOBA, but apparently not. It's like a co-op game. It's like goofy and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Colorful.
I thought it was a Fall Guys clone at first.
Really?
Apparently it's not. Yeah.
It feels like it was made by Riot Games, but it's by Amazon Games and Glowmate. So.
Yeah, it's by Amazon. We'll see if Amazon can finally produce a game people care about.
Yeah.
It looked at least energetic and colorful and interesting and funny.
Yeah.
I'm into platformers, so like this piqued my interest to an extent. It just depends on exactly what the game is. Like I really am not sure yet. It seems like there's a community element to it. It seems like there's a competitive element to it. It seems like there's a cooperative element to it. So I'm a little bit confused on exactly what it is. So we'll see exactly in the future. But right now it just looks like you're running through an obstacle course more or less and trying not to die, which is, it can be fun.
Yeah. Yep. Same here. Next, they showed a linked banner of the Spark. So, sort of like, what was that game? I played a similar type of game. I don't know, but like it's a co-op game. It's very like colorful and stuff like that. You can play it early access on Steam October 22nd. So take a look at that. It's weird. It's like, oh my god, there was like this one game I played that was like similar to it, but I just can't remember.
There's probably a good reason for that, and it's because I feel like I've seen a lot of games that look a lot like this.
Yeah.
It looked like it has like a town building element to it. It's like an isometric dungeon crawler half the time, and then the other half it seems like you're building a city or a town of sorts. To me, this did not. I'm not interested in that. Not interested in most isometric dungeon crawlers, and I'm not interested in any town builders normally. So. This is definitely a skip for me, but like you said, maybe if you're into that kind of thing, it's probably going to scratch that itch.
Yep. Looks fun, but not sure if I'll play in the future. But next game they showed Lost Records Bloom and Rage. It's sort of like, I don't know why I hate saying this, but it's sort of like the Life is Strange thing where like It's like
It is, yeah. It
interactive
absolutely is.
cutscenes. It's gonna be.
It's made by the same people who made Life is Strange.
Oh, really? I didn't catch that. Cool.
Yeah, well, you kind of did.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
It's sort of like a weird aesthetic, like '90s type of movie, teenage drama, I guess. I don't know, but it looked like that one game they showed during the Summer Game Fest. I forgot. It was like very similar, but to it. It might have been the same.
Well, they did sold this. Yeah, it was this exact game probably.
Oh, okay.
They just showed both of it.
Okay, so yeah, just choose your cutscene, like choose the dialogue, stuff like that. If you're into that, go for it. It's gonna be released in 2 parts, February 18 of next year, and then the second part will be March 18, so a month apart. So that's all I have to say on it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like this, we've talked about Don't Nod games before, or at least I have, and I've said that, you know, like a lot of times there's always like an interesting hook with Don't Nod games that seems interesting, and then they don't ever seem to really, outside of the very first Life is Strange game, to me, ever deliver on it. So this looks, I mean, it's also like these games are super hipstery, which, you know, it is what it is. It's a vibe. It's not the vibe I'm looking for. It can be a fine thing, but like I am not into hipstery vibes normally, and you really have to be selling me on something pretty good outside of that. So I don't see it here at all, and I don't trust Don't Not enough to fulfill their promise of like having an interesting hook and twist. Which it seems like the twist is like there's like maybe somebody's after these kids, you know, there's something maybe mystical and magical happening, we don't know. Right. But like they haven't done a good job of selling me on it, and I don't anticipate it ever really coming to fruition either way. So I at the moment, unless this game gets ridiculously good reviews, I'll be skipping it.
Yep, not my type of game, even though I do like those Life is Strange games. So just gotta see more. Next, they showed No More Room in Hell, so it gets a new gameplay trailer. This was I think this was at the Summer Game Fest as well. Sort of like eight player co-op zombie shooter. So yeah, it looks fun as hell. It needs to capture that Left 4 Dead feeling of like a zombie co-op shooter. So I guess gotta see more, because 8 players is interesting, because usually games go with like 4 players as co-ops, co-op games. But for this 8 players, I'm interested to see how it plays like, and if it will be on PS5, because it's the trailer here only showed it on PC for Steam. So interested to see more of this. Catches my eye though, because I do like shooters like this. So yeah.
Yeah, if I had friends to play it with, I would probably be more interested.
Yeah,
but I don't.
Yeah, for that, I think it could probably still be fun with randoms. Just make some friends on there, chat it up and stuff like that.
Maybe so. It seems like it's somewhat punishing to like you have to be cooperative.
8 players though, I think at least it's chaos. I think that's what they're going for.
It probably will be. Jeff Keighley kind of made a statement that made it sound like it was like you have to be cooperative. You can't just like run off on your own. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Maybe it will be fun with randoms, but you know, I'll keep an eye on it. Apparently, the first one, this is the sequel, it was very successful on Steam. So there's clearly an audience here. Yeah. There's clearly some appeal to some audience. So like we'll see what it turns out to be.
Oh, for sure. I think it will blow up on Steam. I think it'll sell good. So you're not worried about that. As long as it plays good and runs well. So
yeah.
Next, they showed Arc Raiders, and I remember seeing this game a couple years ago, and it looked interesting, and I always kept my eye on it. I just never got any updates on it. And I remember they shared an update that the game is changing how it plays, or it got leaked. That is, it's a PvP game instead of a PvE game or something. I remember something changed in the game. A lot of people got mad at that. But it's a free-to-play shooter. You can sign up now for the playtest. Sometime this fall. We're not sure when it comes out. It's going to be coming out probably next year. But it's a long time coming. And I just, I don't know. I'm mixed on it, because they haven't shown any gameplay of it, I don't think. They haven't really. And then I'm like, it looked interesting to me at first when I first saw it a couple years ago, but I'm just losing hope every time. So, yeah, Arc Raiders. Have you heard of this?
I mix it up with Arc very frequently.
With the Arc with a K?
The
the dinosaur one.
Yeah, Ark with a K. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Ark with a C. So I honestly don't know much about Ark Raiders. I think I've heard the name. I'd have to go back and double check though. But yeah, I can't say I know much about it.
Yeah, it's like an astronaut. You're in space. You can move around a lot, and it looked fun as like a co-op game. But then it got revealed that it's player versus player. So it's like, I'm not interested. Maybe it plays good. Maybe we'll see. Next, they showed Infinity Nikki. So this was at the PlayStation showcase, if you remember. Now we have more gameplay of it, and it seems like it's like a game. It's not for me, but apparently there's a lot of people signing up for it because there's like a huge audience for it. So it's an open world game, cozy, I guess. Just not interested at all, honestly. So yeah.
Yeah, this is clearly not for our demographic.
No.
Yeah. But it looks ridiculously polished though.
Yeah,
like
it
I'll
does.
give it that. Like there's clearly some like it looks for what it is. It looks good. Like I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it
it does.
looks like it's very well done. Like the graphics honestly look really good for what they are. And I it looks probably like a baby platformer / dress up game, which again, like I like baby platformers. Sure, I mean like I'm the platform guy here, but I can't say that it's clearly for me. So interested to see how people enjoy it, but yeah, probably won't be touching this one either.
Yep. Next they showed Path of Exile 2. So this was revealed earlier this year. But it's going to be releasing early access November 15 on all platforms. It's like a dungeon crawler Diablo style type of game. Now, I never played the first one. I know the first game, they're free, right? These are free to play?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so then like I'll just wait for the full release, honestly. I don't really need to play it. So for this, looks all right. And I just not into Diablo dungeon crawlers. The last time I played was like Gauntlet. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean that's even probably not even super comparable to Diablo.
Nah, it's not. Just isometric.
But I feel
guess.
you.
That's why.
Well, they're both isometric. It's just like I don't think Gauntlet has a huge focus on like loot. That's like the big focus of these games.
Yeah.
Is you go in and you find loot and you get these random drops that are really powerful, and then you up the difficulty a million times to continue getting better loot, and like that's kind of the loop. Yeah, I kind of am in agreement with you though. I don't play a lot of these games either because they're typically pretty grindy, and you kind of repeat the same content over and over and over again for just loot drops, which a lot of people enjoy, but I haven't found one that really has struck me as something that I love yet. Maybe Path of Exile 2 will be that, but I also don't see the need to jump in on early access.
Yeah.
When I'm not like chomping at the bit. I'd probably give Path of Exile 1 a try first, and if I'm going to do that, I think Cam kind of convinced me earlier. We were talking about it. He was like, "Oh, Path of Exile 2 is kind of Diablo but with a good story." And I was like, "Well, that's honest. If I was going to play one of these games, it would be the one with the better story." So, yeah. Path of Exile 2, I'm keeping an eye on for that reason.
Free to play, so you don't gotta worry about it.
Exactly.
Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. I never played a Warhammer game, so I got nothing to say. There's just like a cinematic trailer, no gameplay. Are you a Warhammer 40k fan? Because I'm not.
Dude, if I was, I wouldn't be here because I would be probably reading more lore on Warhammer 40k.
Yeah.
It's like insane how like in depth that fan base is and how in depth the like
Dedicated.
everything with Warhammer is. It's crazy. I don't know anything about Warhammer to be quite frank. I don't even know how you start getting into Warhammer. Obviously, I know it's a tabletop game that kind of spun off into being a lot of other things that has a huge fan base. I played the first game, actually. I think it was a PlayStation Plus game a long time ago. Whoa. And either that or it was on a deep sale and I picked it up. But it is okay. It is a hack and slash game that is pretty, I'd say meh. I think it's like mid 70s on Metacritic, which I think is pretty accurate for what it is. The concept is cool. You're a giant mechanized like space cop basically with a chainsaw and a gun, and you mow down aliens. Like that's kind of cool. Like I'm not gonna lie about that, but like I haven't been very interested in Space Marine 2 because I thought the first game was so meh and it's been so long, but apparently it's been previewing really well. People are really enjoying it, and I don't know, maybe this is a big hit just waiting in the wings. But you know, like this trailer didn't do anything for me. I think I've seen enough of the game to know whether it's, you know, what it is, and it's just a matter of seeing how it's received and the reviews that it gets, which it seems like it will get good reviews, which is interesting.
Yeah. I just know Henry Cavill is a Warhammer fan, but that's it. That's all I know about anything.
He's very open about that.
Yeah. They showed Dune Awakening next. Weird game. It's in third person. It's an MMO, but coming out early next year for PC. So I'm just not interested at all at MMOs. They're just huge time wasters. So it's just like, but for Dune fans, there you go. You got a game.
Yeah. As soon as they said MMO, I tuned out.
Yeah.
It looks good until you tell me it's an MMO. And then I'm like, okay, I don't need that in my life. So I completely tuned out. It's weird. I think they're making another Dune game that's an RTS as well, which is, again, just like two genres I'm just not interested in. So Dune could be something I would love to play as a video game, but just hasn't been adapted in the right way for me.
Next, they showed Reanimal. It's from the creators of Little Nightmares, so it's a new project from them. You could easily tell that it was like inspired by Little Nightmares and like it was made by them because it looks similar.
Yeah.
But it's a brother and sister. They have to escape an island, but while looking for their missing friends. So it's very dark and stuff. So if you're into that type of stuff, it's grimy as well. There you go. It's weird monsters as well. So, Reanimal. There you go.
Yeah. I really like Little Nightmares 1. I actually don't like Little Nightmares 2 anywhere near as much, but I really like Little Nightmares 1, and this obviously is very reminiscent of that. It looks very similar in a lot of ways, and I honestly think Little Nightmares is probably the creepiest game I've ever played. There's a lot of games that try to be horror. There's a lot of games that try to be scary. There's even a lot of games that try to be creepy, but I've never actually experienced one that is like the closest thing I've ever said something is creepy is Little Nightmares, which is awesome. I love that. Again, Little Nightmares 2, not as much, but like 1 was great. So like I'm definitely keeping an eye on this one. It'll be some game that, you know, maybe I'll pick up down the line when it's on sale for Halloween, and I'll play it, and I'll get a little spooky.
Yeah.
So I have more to say on that in you know, because we're going to probably talk about another Little Nightmares game in just a minute. So I have a little bit more to say about that then. But for Reanimal, it actually looks pretty good.
Nice. Next, they showed Genshin Impact coming out to Xbox actually on November 20th. So it's been a couple years in the making, a lot of years in the making. But now it's coming to Xbox. Surprisingly, it's not on Switch, even though it was announced to come to Switch when Genshin Impact was going to come out. But first, coming to Xbox. We'll probably see it on the Switch too, for sure. But interesting to see it on Xbox. Just random announcement. So cool to see. I mean, I played Genshin on the PS4 and then the PS5 when it got the update. Fun game, but it's just I just got bored of it. You're just doing the same things over and over again. It's a gacha game, so yeah.
Yeah. I actually only played like an hour of Genshin Impact. I wanted to go back to it because it's just such a big deal. Like, let's be real. Like, it is a massive deal. And, you know, whenever I go to like an anime convention or something like that, like half the people cosplaying are Genshin Impact cosplayers. It's like, clearly there is a big audience here. This game is making a lot of money, obviously, too. It is... like you were saying, it's kind of interesting it's coming to Xbox before other platforms like the Switch because, you know, I think they'd make way more money off of the Switch
I don't think you run
port
it.
than they would off.
I don't think you run
it. That's exactly what I would think, is like the Switch is probably having a lot of difficulty running it. At this point, I'd say they should just, well, I don't actually know. I was going to say they should probably just wait for the Switch 2 at this point if that's the issue, but there's such a massive user base on the Switch 1 that it's silly not to put it out if you've been working on it or even are close. But like, yeah, Xbox, I just don't see it being a huge thing on Xbox, but like every single place they can put it is place they can make money. So, good for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to get back to Genshin Impact, but at this point it's a little overwhelming, to be quite honest. So I don't know if I'll ever get around to it.
Yeah, me neither. Probably in the future if I'm bored or something. But man, they added so much shit in it. It's like I'm behind.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, it's crazy.
Next, they showed a trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm already day one on this, so I don't really need to like watch this. But it shows some like new characters and stuff like that. They've also been like doing like a lot of marketing on their social media, so like showing different weapons, the palicos, which are the cats. Same with like different like YouTubers going to play test a game. You can see some gameplay online. Man, it looks good as hell. I'm just waiting for it to come out next year. Hopefully it comes out early next year because I just want to get my hands on it. Because I love Monster Hunter World, but I want to play with my friends, and they have like over thousands of hours on World, so they can't really like we can't really co-op because they're like overpowered. But yeah, so excited for this one.
Did you ever play Rise?
No, I haven't played it. It does go on sale. I just thinking about buying it, but I'm just not in the moment right now because I still have to play the DLC for World.
You will play you will be in the mood when Wilds come out, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, there you go.
New Monster Hunter release, hell yeah.
I see. Well, then go play Rise, man. Go play Rise. Go
It's
play
different.
the DLC.
Yeah,
you got all this.
I gotta do Iceborne, but I just gotta get on it. So yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it's. I think we've talked about Monster Hunter before, but I'm not as huge of a Monster Hunter fan. I played World, and I think I didn't play it correctly, and therefore, like, my impression of the series is kind of meh. Or it's not meh, but it's like good, not great. And like I'm really turned off by the insane amount of grinding in it. That's like the huge turn off for me. So I am not as hyped about this. Obviously, this trailer didn't do anything to change my mind. Like a lot of these trailers, I think this is kind of the common recurring theme that we're going through. A lot of these trailers, like, yeah, we've seen it somewhere else. Yeah, this trailer didn't really add much. Okay, like that's kind of like where I'm at with this as well. So obviously great for people who are looking forward to another Monster Hunter game, and I think it looks like a really good one if you liked Worlds.
Hell yeah. Next they showed Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. They showed a character gameplay for Mai. So
everybody knows Mai.
Oh yeah. Goddamn. But the trailer went this trailer went crazy. It's just like damn. But yeah. Not into fighting games, but it's cool to see. Cool.
Yeah, but I'm into Mai.
Yeah. It's coming out next year, April 24th. I think this is the first time they showed the release date. So another game for next year, packed us out next year. So yeah, it's cool to see Mai. I know she's like very popular. Him and her and Terry. So that's like pretty much all I know from that game.
Yeah, that's like all I know too.
So yeah, not into fighting games. That's all I have to say. Next, they showed Monument Valley 3, and it's going to be a Netflix games exclusive. So,
yeah.
It's another isometric, almost like puzzle adventure game.
It's puzzle.
Yeah, it's reminded me of Tunic, just like the art style, but it's more simplistic. So, if you're into puzzle games, there you go. But you make sure you have a Netflix subscription, so to play this.
Yeah, I think obviously the catch here is it's a Netflix exclusive, which Netflix has been trying to push their games division for a long time. I think they've done a horrible job advertising it. Half the people who have, or I'd say way more than half, of the people who have a Netflix subscription probably have no idea that you can download a bunch of free games on your phone via like the Netflix app. Like, I have no freaking idea. Netflix has been acquiring studios, trying to build out exclusive games for that. I don't think anybody cares. This is the first one that they seem to be really pushing in terms of having this at the conference, but even then, like, it's very funny because Jeff Keighley introduced this game by, remember that game that you played on your phone in like 2000 freaking 10 or something. I
Yeah, I
can't
remember
remember. But I was like, yeah, that's the only reason, that's the only way I remember Monument Valley. And I can't say that I care much about it now at all. Like, like like they even made a second one.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't think no one remembers the second one at all. I think that completely passed everyone by. Like, it was just Monument Valley was in the right place at the right time, being a quality iOS game probably before, the iOS market had been completely oversaturated. So like, it had a chance to stand out in some way, shape, or form. So that's the only reason anybody knows anything about Monument Valley, and I cannot say I'm interested in this at all. Like, I think eventually Monument Valley was like free at some point, and I tried it out, and I was like, this is okay. Like, this is something you can open up on your phone and play for 5-10 minutes and put it away and be done. And like, that's obviously what Netflix wants, but I just don't think it's like a game that would stand out now. Now that we have so many games that are so high quality all over the place, like, I don't know. Monument Valley just is a very lackluster reveal for Netflix, I think.
Yeah, just exclusive as well. So who knows? Next they showed Mecha Break. It's a what is it? Mech PvP game. So it had different like mechs and ships. It's chaotic actually, just looking at the gameplay and stuff like that. Just not into mechs, honestly. Just like one of those genres I'm not into, but
yeah. Unfortunately, same for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's coming out next year. That's the plan, and there might be like a play test, I believe. So next they show Civ 7. Are you into Civilization, by the way?
I wish. Civilization has always been a series that looks really cool. It's just, one, I'm a console gamer, so like, these games don't play well on console at all. And two is it's so in depth.
Yeah.
Like, one, a single round is like freaking 10 hours, and it's like a one game. And then two is like, there's such a deep learning curve to these games. Like, I know people who played it for hundreds of hours, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm still learning. And I'm like, okay, that just seems so overwhelming to me. I wish I could get into these games, but they just seem like too much. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's coming to all platforms, so yeah. Next, Starfield's getting an update. Now you can have vehicles in the game, so you can drive around these big ass areas to make it more enjoyable to explore. So pretty cool, I guess, for those still on Starfield after a year later. They also announced the DLC is going to be coming out September 30th, so it's going to be the expansion for Starfield. It's called Shattered Space. Yeah, I heard Bethesda DLCs are very good, so I know people are hyped for this, for sure.
Yeah, Bethesda DLCs are normally pretty good. This was laughable to me. I think I've been pretty open about the fact that I think Starfield is like so meh, like probably even below meh in terms of like what I was expecting from a Bethesda game. It did not grab me at all. And I think a huge complaint was the fact that Planet Exploration sucked. And this is like their answer to that. And it's funny that they're like marketing it as like a big deal when it's like basically like
should have been in the game.
Like this is a trailer saying like, we finally fixed this huge problem with the game.
A year
Isn't
later.
that awesome? It's like, well, exactly. Like, it's like, well, this is a little too little, a little too late. Like this game had this massive, because like, so if you haven't played Starfield, there are a lot of times where you'll just drop on a planet and you'll just be in the middle of this barren waste with like nothing around you, and you'll have to walk for like 15 minutes with nothing around you and nothing to do. And like, maybe you know where you're going. Like, a lot of times there's like these alien towers that you have to go to like get a new power, which you have to grind out, and it's like not fun at all if you want all the powers. But like, which I did, of course. And like, it takes so long. It takes forever. It's not fun because there's nothing on these planets. So you just want to get to where you're going, just like speed up the process. And so like, this car is obviously meant to do that. But like, again, it's like, it's such a massive misstep for this game. The DLC, again, the game, I think, fundamentally is not interesting. I don't think its universe or characters are interesting at all. So maybe Shattered Dimensions will give you some kind of excuse for it to be interesting. But again, like I'm very negative on Starfield, so neither one of these things are bringing me back to it.
Yeah, just not interested at all, honestly. So, bloop. Next, Marvel Rivals coming out this December because there's like a beta or whatever. It's that Overwatch type of PvP shooter. Free to play.
Very Overwatch.
Yeah, very. There's like a lot of similarities. Coming out this December, and they revealed Captain America, and who was the other character?
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. Yeah, okay. It's like what the fuck, but yeah.
Bucky.
Yep. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm just
okay.
Yeah.
Break that down. Yeah. What do you not know to feel?
Because it's like another Overwatch type of game. It's like you have to learn all these abilities, and like for everyone. And if you don't, you're gonna get fucked. Because right now I'm just playing Valorant, and just like it's just a process learning all the like different heroes and agents. It's like a whole process and stuff. And for these games, I want to play with a friend. I don't want to play by myself. So it's kind of hard to convince somebody to like download this. Because none of my friends are huge Marvel fans. I mean, we're casuals, but we're not huge into it, and so we really know. But I mean, if it blows up, I might try it, and then tell my friends, "Yo, you down to try it?" But who knows how long that'll last?
I've actually heard pretty positive sentiment around the beta, surprisingly. Like, I thought people were going to tear this game apart. One, because, like, Marvel, there's a lot of Marvel fatigue, so people are kind of against Marvel in general. And two, is, like, this looked like an Overwatch clone from, like, top to bottom. Like, there's so much that's just, like, directly ripped from Overwatch. It's, like, not even funny. But I've actually heard a lot of people say this game is not half bad. It's actually pretty good. So I think with the Marvel IP associated with it, I think this game has the potential to blow up. I think it has the potential to have a pretty strong player base. And, you know, like I may try it. Sure. I think it's free to play, right? So sure, why not? But, you know, it's got a release date now is the big thing. That was their big reveal. So good for them.
Yep. Next, Secret Level. So like a original series for Amazon Prime Video, and it shows like different types of games. It's like an episodic show. So it's gonna be showing
like Love, Death, and Robots. It's from the same people.
Yeah, so it's like different series for video games such as like Sifu, Mega Man, stuff like that. I think I saw Kratos in there as well. So it's gonna be original stories. It's coming out December 10th. So Amazon Prime Video. If you have Amazon Prime, there you go. I don't know. It's something weird about it. It's just like, what the hell is this? So, interested to see the previews of when this comes out and see if it's worth watching. Because there's like a lot of very different types of series. Like I was surprised to see Armored Core on there. Even Sifu.
It's varied for sure.
It's very chill. So if you're into video games, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I typically watch most things that are based on video games just to see how, you know, the medium I care about is kind of being adapted. And this is, I think, the closest you're going to get to, like, having a really high quality. I mean, obviously, we have, like, The Last of Us and stuff like that. That was obviously very high quality. But I think, like, you're obviously never going to see a frickin', you know, Spelunky show or whatever the heck, you know? So, like, I think this is probably the most hardcore you can get in terms of, like, an adaptation and, like, the quality you're expecting. Like, this is from a studio that does a lot of video game cutscenes from the director of the original Deadpool, I think. Mm-hmm. And it's obviously the same team that did Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix, which I've never watched, but I've heard a lot of really good things about. So like they have a list of some of the properties that they're doing. PlayStation's God of War, Sifu, Warhammer 40K, Unreal Tournament, New World, which is the MMO from Amazon, which is obviously, you know, it's an Amazon Prime series, so of course that's what they're going to adapt. Dungeons and Dragons, The Outer Worlds 2, Pac-Man, Honor of Kings, which is that RTS game, Armored Core, Mega Man, Exodus, Spelunky, Crossfire, and a funny Concord. which is I thought was very funny. I also feel like in the trailer I saw like Ghost of Tsushima and a couple of other things kind of flash through, so that were also PlayStation titles. So I think a lot of those have promise. I think a lot of those seem really interesting and are very interesting ones to adapt at all. I think Concord is super funny. Like that was clearly like they went to Sony and was like, well, yeah, you can make a God of War episode. But you also have to make a Concord one.
Yeah.
That was like clearly a concession because like nobody that game is so it's I mean like you just said apparently the numbers are horrible right now and the reviews are bad. Like this game is a dead on arrival massive flop and they're making but you know in December you can watch a whole hour of the Concord universe if you're into it. So but a lot of these do still seem very interesting and I'm definitely going to be watching it for sure.
Nice. Yeah, stay tuned for that later this year in December. So, next we got Towerborn. So a side scroller action game, almost like a beat 'em up. It's early access on September 10. Looks fun as hell, but it's only on Steam right now, and they say an Xbox version is on the way, and who knows what other platforms. So it's slated for release next year. So, not really into side scrollers that much, but it looks like some dumb fun you can have on there. There's
Yeah, that's what side scrollers are pretty much.
So yeah, you got anything to say on this or no?
Not really. I think you kind of covered it. Like side scrollers are pretty much just dumb fun. Like every side scroller I've ever played is like I play it for an afternoon and I get sick of it and I'm like that was fun while I was playing it and then I don't really ever want to go back to it again. But yeah, I mean like Castle Crashers is great. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is great. That new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game is great. But like even those, I can't play for very long. Like I can only play for like an afternoon, like I said, and then I have to put them down. So even a quality beat 'em up is still like kind of okay. But like if it's good, it's good. So we'll see.
Yep. Next they showed Age of Mythology Retold. Out next month on Game Pass on release. An RTS game from the creators of Age of Empires, if you remember that. So yeah, just another game not into this type of genre. So like RTSs are just like a blind spot for me.
Yeah, we were saying it earlier. Like I'm a console guy, and these games just don't translate very well to console. And they're obviously normally very deep games. So this is another one, like you were saying, that I'm probably going to pass on as well.
Yep. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. They show like a gameplay teaser of it. You know, it's like in first person. It takes place in the 15th century of Bohemia. So the game looks like really good. Like it looks way better than the first game, of course.
Way better. It's a massive step up.
Better. It's coming out next year on February 11th. So on all platforms. So yeah, I never played the first one, but I remember a lot of people they love it. It's like a small little classic for people. Yeah, it's
a hidden gem
kind of, but yeah, I don't know why I thought it was coming out this year, but yeah, next year.
It was. Oh, it got delayed.
Okay, so yeah, interested to see how it performs. So yeah. Next, they showed the Batman VR game. This was announced earlier, and just not into VR, but it's another Batman game. So people who were like mad about Suicide Squad and stuff, you got this right here, Batman Arkham Shadow.
There's something out there for you.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's exclusive for the MetaQuest 3. So.
There you go. You see it. You see the downside.
Yep.
Correct.
So. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. It's a Batman game, so yeah.
It looks good, but it is an exclusive to a MetaQuest 3 device. So, yeah, that is unfortunately the case. Yeah, I mean, like, I think when it was initially revealed, I think there was I can't remember. I think it was the Game Awards, right? It was the Game Awards or maybe Summer Games Fest. I can't remember exactly which, but it was one of them. And apparently they, like obviously they were showing off, oh, we got this new Batman game. And then like MetaQuest, exclusive to MetaQuest 3 was at the bottom of the screen, like at the end of the trailer. And there was apparently an audible groan in the audience that came about. And I get it, man. like most people don't have a VR device, and most people want to play a Batman Arkham game because they're typically pretty good. So like I also am like, dang, this sucks. I don't really want to have to shill out. And MetaQuest 3s are also like pretty pricey too. But like in general, I'm rooting for VR, and this looks like one of the better VR games we've had in a long time. So like I not to say there's a huge high bar for VR games, unfortunately, because there's just not very many of them. But like I'm looking forward to it. Will I ever play it? Probably not, because it'll be so much of a commitment to jump in and grab a MetaQuest 3, especially like for this. So like we'll see. I'd love to, but I just don't know.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Little Nightmares 3 gets a new trailer, no release date though, but they are targeting for next year. And this is not made by the previous employees, so it's like a different studio. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to say something? Because I know you're like a huge fan.
I was saying this is super massive. So the same people who did Until Dawn.
Yeah.
It's them.
Gotcha.
The Dark Pictures anthology, we were just talking about them on the couple episodes ago, I think. They're the guys who are doing this, which is interesting choice, I'd say. Obviously, they do scary stuff, but they don't do games like Little Nightmares specifically. They normally do like basically movies. So I don't know. This is something I am not looking forward to because it seems like Supermassive has their priorities split pretty heavily on a lot of different things, and like I would rather the original studio work on this. Maybe they'll knock it out of the park, I don't know, but like I wasn't a huge fan of Little Nightmares 2. This looks like a co-op game, or I think that is what they're marketing it as. The second game, you have a companion, but you don't play. You don't actually, like, nobody can play as them. So it's not a co-op game. It's just like another character with you all the time. And this one, it looks like it's definitely like a co-op game. So I don't know. I'm not as interested in this one. The trailer didn't even really blow me away very much. In all honesty, Reanimal looked like a way better trailer. So like I don't know. Like Little Nightmares 3. All power to you. I really want Supermassive Games to succeed because I enjoy the kind of games that they make, but they really haven't been showing a great track record recently, so I don't know how to feel about Little Nightmares 3.
Yeah, it looks different. And a lot of people are saying that too. It doesn't look as the previous game. So next, they showed Masters of Albion. So it's made by Peter Molyneux's next game, so from Fable. Weird game, honestly. It looks very like, I don't know how to explain this. Is this like, it's almost like
it's a god game.
Yeah, it is. It's just interesting though. So shout out to Peter Molyneux, came back for his next game.
I would love to talk about Peter Molyneux a little bit because I find him fascinating. Because so first off, Masters of Albion. Let's just say, what did you think about the game in general? Because I thought it looked obviously very early on.
Yeah, it does.
It looked kind of jank. It's a god sim where you can also like take control of like your citizens and utilize their abilities and stuff like that. It seems way too early to know if this game is going to be actually good or not. But it is Albion, for those who are not aware, is the country that Fable takes place in. And it's even funny because Peter Molyneux came out and like people were like, "Hey, is this not like copyright? Like, did you not get like approval from Microsoft to do this because they still own Fable?" And he's like, "No, like I didn't do that. Like I didn't get permission at all." And like so, people are disputing whether this is going to be like a lawsuit in the making. Will Microsoft come after this game and sue? And I don't think they will. I think it's too small beans for them.
Yeah.
And like his argument is like, well, it's like setting, like if you set a game in America, you can't, it's not like you can come after somebody for setting another game in America. And it's like, because it's a country, it's just a place. And it's like, well, that's a fictional place that was invented for that particular series. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's a little bit more heavily tied to an IP than just like a actual place, like
Yeah.
an actual place like America. You know, like that's very different. But Peter Molyneux is a very interesting cat. I think he's pretty much like definitively like the biggest grifter slash like liar in all of gaming, which is really funny. Like I went down this rabbit hole after this like Albion stir, and like he's really done a lot of stupid stuff, like, and like said a lot of things that have gotten him in a lot of hot water, and it's just super funny. Obviously he was very, very big success back in the day. He made Fable, Dungeon Keeper, you know, Black and White. These are all huge games that a lot of people have a very big soft spot for. And like he kind of started getting a reputation around Fable for being this guy who was overpromising a lot, you know, and he has this really funny way of talking. He sounds pretentious as heck. You know, he's also British, so that doesn't help. And you know, he's like, you can plant a seed and this tree will grow in real time, you know, in Fable. And like obviously like half the stuff that he said never came to fruition. And then like he left Microsoft, or he didn't leave Microsoft. He then started making Milo, which is, I think, one of my favorite moments of E3 like ever. He like claimed basically he had made AI like a decade and a half ago, which is like insane. And like you could raise a little boy and you could create a life form and sculpt how they were in real life. And like it later came out that like the demo they showed off for Milo at E3 for Natal or Kinect, the Microsoft like camera device, was like heavily scripted and like wasn't even what the game ended up being. Microsoft ended up canceling the project because it was like he had overpromised so much it like wasn't even close to what he said it was going to be. And then he left and he made Curiosity. Do you know anything about Curiosity, Alexis?
Nah, I don't.
Okay, so it's a really interesting story because it was his first foray outside of Microsoft, and it was a mobile game, and it was this cube. Curiosity was the name of the name of the app. It was an iOS app, and it was Curiosity. What's inside the cube? And you could tap the cube, and it would like little pixels of it you'd break little pixels of it, and eventually, and like once you broke all the pixels on one layer, it would go to another layer until it got to the center. And Peter Molyneux said, everybody can tap on it at the same time, and the person who breaks the last cube will get a prize that is definitively life-changing. And so like people were like, oh my gosh, like what is this prize at the inside of the cube? And eventually he got to the middle. Somebody got to the middle of it, and it was like a video of Peter Molyneux, and he was like, hey, you will be the god of a game, and you will get a percentage of every copy sold of our next game, Goddess. And if you haven't heard of Goddess, which I had to do research on because it didn't do very well. They did a Kickstarter for it. He promised a lot. It never became what it was supposed to be because, of course, it's Peter Molyneux. And the dude who won the prize, like, he never got his prize. He continued to try to catch up with them, and like they never gave it to him. They even like made him sign they even brought him in to the studio and signed a contract with him saying that he would get a percentage and like he would be a god. And they never built the mechanic into the game that would have allowed that, and they never paid him anything. So like the dude was just like, I'm not even going to follow up with this anymore because it's just like a waste of time at this point. But Goddess is like a mostly negative reviewed game on Steam right now because it's like it isn't anything like what Peter Molyneux said it was going to be. And here he is coming out like years later with Masters of Albion, which is another attempt at kind of doing something very similar. It's very funny if you go and like look up articles of Peter Molyneux. There's literally a rock, paper, shotgun article where the interview just completely harasses him about like, or attacks him about being a liar. Like literally he opens up the interview with, are you a compulsive liar? Which is like crazy that we've just gotten to this point that this dude is just such a known charlatan that he just everybody knows it, and now he's working on an NFT game.
Yeah.
So like,
That's crazy.
like he's followed the trajectory pretty well for like a scam artist. But like, yeah, I just think it's funny. I just think Peter Molyneux's just a riot, a gas, a laugh and a half. So I don't know if you had anything to say on that, but I know I went on a long time for that. Hopefully it made sense.
No, it was good. I know Peter Molyneux. There's like a lot of controversy with him. Like he's like another character and stuff. I know. So it was like interesting to see him like at Gamescom. Like, oh shit. So was he also behind Peggle? No, right?
No,
somebody.
definitely not.
I think that was somebody else. All right, never mind. So yeah, Masters of Albion. Are you interested in this game at all?
It's way too early to see, and honestly, probably not. Like Peter Molyneux will say it's going to be a huge deal, and it won't. So, I don't think so.
Right. Shout out to Peter Molyneux. Next game they showed was Squid Game Unleashed, so another Netflix game for Squid Game. It's like new obstacles and stuff, so just gotta make sure not to die, I guess. Like the Fall Guys type of game. But it's weird because in this game it's like it's funny that they make this game because I know you could play like variations of Squid Game like on Roblox or even Fortnite and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Yes. So Squid Game Unleashed for Netflix games. So yeah, there's we'll see what happens when this comes out, but like being a Netflix only game kind of sucks. So I don't know if there will be some success for it. So
they gotta market it right, man. Like I said, everybody's got a Netflix subscription, so you get the game for free.
But that's like a different audience. Yeah, you don't get Netflix for like the games and stuff. I feel like you get it for like the TV shows and the movies. And
absolutely. Stuff. But if you have access to something for free, you're just more likely to utilize it. It's just a matter of nobody knows it exists. Like nobody knows you can do that. Yeah. So, I think in Squid Games is such a massive property. I think if they marketed it right, it could possibly have an audience. But I mean, like, I don't know. I think you also do have a point. Like, there's the audience for this game is probably not there. I mean, it's obviously an iOS exclusive game because it's a Netflix game, and well, it doesn't have to be. I think Netflix has some games that were ported to console as well, but like it will probably be iOS like first and foremost. So I don't know. We'll see. But I think it's possible that people can play it. It's just a matter of getting it in their brains first.
Yeah. Next, they showed a reveal for Arena Breakout Infinite coming later this year. It's a free-to-play extraction shooter. Sort of like a military type of game, sort of like Modern Warfare, Call of Duty and stuff. It's now in early access, so they said the full release is not too far. So just the extraction shooters are just weird. It's like because they get boring. I think I played there's like a mode in like Modern Warfare 2. There was like extraction, and it was just like boring and stuff because you're just walking around this huge map doing different objectives and stuff. And I guess this whole game is all about that. But we'll see when it comes out. But just another similarly looking military shooter. So
yeah, it's interesting you say that because like extraction shooters are a big deal because specifically Escape from Tarkov is a big deal. Like it's a way bigger game than I even expected because you have to download that game independently. Like it's not on Steam. Like you have to jump through some hoops to download it. I thought about it at one point and ended up deciding not to because you have to like go to their website and download it individually. And I was like, I don't want to do that. But like I have also heard like what is all the hubbub about extraction shooters from a lot of people too. And I'm like, well, I mean, everybody seems to be making them now. Like that's what Bungie's next big game is. Marathon is an extraction shooter, and like, I don't know. Like I don't know what the hubbub is either because the closest I've ever come to playing an extraction shooter is I played the Division 1. And it was like basically the first people to ever do like an extraction shooter-esque concept, and it's not super similar to what extraction shooter is now. So I don't know. But I mean, this seemed like it wasn't actually a big reveal. It seemed like almost it was a marketing placement. So I don't have any high hopes for this one specifically, but it is interesting to talk about extraction shooters in general. So that's all I got.
Yeah, it's weird because battle royales was one of them, but then now it's like I feel like there's no trend. As long as your game is fun, people will play it. Like Helldivers
Yeah.
extraction shooter, but it's weird. I don't know. Yeah, so we'll see. Next, they showed Unknown Nine Awakening, uh, by Bandai Namco. So it's coming out later this year. Surprised to see this game. I feel like I haven't seen much about this game. Have you?
Well, this is another Dark Pictures anthology game by
Really?
Supermassive. This is this. Yeah, exactly right. It surprised me too. When I first saw the trailer, I was like, "Oh, I guess that's something that's interesting." And then I was like, "It's." Then I looked into it, and it's like, "Oh, it's part of the Dark Pictures anthology."
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh, I thought they were done with that. Like, I thought that they had met their contractual obligation, and like Bandai Namco was like, this is clearly a failure. We don't want anything else to do with it." But it's been a minute since the last one came out, and here it is. Here's another one. This is clearly very different from the rest of them. The rest of them are not sci-fi-esque. So this is a sci-fi Dark Pictures anthology, which I think is interesting. It's different, but like I have enjoyed the Dark Pictures anthology games that I've played, at least to an extent. I am hesitant to jump back into another one because all of them review so soft. They're all in like the 70s or 60s, which is really bad. It, like, considering how much I enjoyed the last one I played, like they review really bad. So it's interesting. But I think Supermassive has their hands in a lot of pots right now. And like, obviously, we're just talking. They're making Little Nightmares 3. They're making another Dead by Daylight game, and then they're making this. So like, I don't know. We'll see if their priorities can be split and they can still produce something worthwhile.
Yeah, game looks weird but interesting. So yeah, coming later this year. World of Warcraft, The War Within will have early access beta. Um, so yeah, just not into World of Warcraft at all. So
Yeah.
yeah, they also released that they're gonna be a direct focusing on Warcraft. So people were hoping that would come out to consoles, but I guess not. So yeah,
No,
yeah.
definitely not.
They also showed the big update for Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred. So it's coming out in October. It's crazy how far down this game has come, because remember when this game came out, it was so popular and everybody was playing it, and it just spiraled down quickly. I do wonder if this expansion will bring those players back. So I never played Diablo 4,
It
so
brings some, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, me neither. Me
yeah.
neither.
So this does nothing for me. So yeah. Next, they showed the first Berserker Kazan. It's going to have a closed technical beta for console players before it comes out early next year. So that's going to be like in October. It's weird. This game is sort of like, is it a Souls-like game? I'm trying to figure out, like, because it says an action RPG, but I just kind of get a gauge on it. But it looks cool. I like the art style.
either.
Yeah, but it's by Nexon, so be weary of that, I guess. But I mean, it looks good as hell. But yeah, we'll see more of it when it comes out. Next, they showed Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, another trailer. But this time they announced the release date at the end of it, coming out December 9th of this year for PC and Xbox. And then after a while, they show like a little screen transition, and it's coming out to PS5 actually. But it's not going to come out till next year of spring. So just another Xbox game getting multi-platform release. So you do wonder what's coming next for. I heard Forza was next, but it was surprised to see Indiana.
I've heard that as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. I know
Yeah.
there's a lot of car guys on all platforms, honestly, like Gran Turismo and stuff like that. So and Forza,
car guys are powerful.
yeah, and Forza is the most popular one.
You never hear about them.
Yeah, I know one of my friends is a huge car guy, and he bought an Xbox just to play Forza. So yeah. But I guess
I mean, that's like Gran Turismo is like kind of very similar to that.
But it's not
And,
as
like,
popular.
I don't know anybody who cares. Yeah, but like I know that those. I mean, like, it may not be as popular as Forza, but those games still sell I think Gran Turismo is one of, if not Sony's best-selling property,
Yeah.
first-party property.
Yeah, it is.
Which is like, when you tell me that, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Like, the gaming community doesn't ever talk about those games. But like, it's got a massive audience. There are a lot of people out there who love those games. So, but yeah, Forza would probably be a good guess, I think, of what they'd bring next.
Halo, I'm waiting for Halo.
But yeah, Halo I think has got to be on the horizon, no doubt.
Yeah. So yeah,
it's only a matter of time. But this trailer, I don't think I've mentioned it yet. We haven't talked about Fantasy Critic in a minute, but before this, I mean, like, I'm probably gonna regret it, but I ended up counterpicking this game in our league because I was just like, I need to counterpick something, before, because you can't counterpick something after stuff comes out. And I've been dogging this game since we started the podcast, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I've been very frustrated about how little they've shown. And it was very funny. At the beginning of the showcase, there's a pre-show with Kyle Bosman, which I love Kyle Bosman. He's a pretty small YouTuber / journalist, but he's like very funny to me. I love his commentary. But like he was like, there's no way that they can show this game again and it not just be like an extended cutscene. And I thought that was very apt because like that's what I've always said is like they just keep showing freaking cutscenes from this freaking game and they're not actually showing gameplay. And like they ended up not showing very much gameplay again. And I'm like, what the frick is this game? Like this game comes out in like freaking 4 months, less than that. And they're not showing anything for it. And that just, to me, seems like they have no faith in it. Like, they cannot keep getting away with this. They got to show me what the game is eventually. So I counterpicked it because I was like, clearly, also there was a possibility of it slipping into next year. It doesn't look like that'll happen. Maybe it will still, but probably highly unlikely. But obviously, they still didn't show anything. So I was very frustrated by that. And then, obviously, the big news here was, okay, yeah, another Microsoft exclusive or another Microsoft first-party game is coming to PlayStation 5. And not only is it coming to PlayStation 5, it's coming to PlayStation 5 pretty soon. Like, it's like not even a year after release, it will be coming to PlayStation 5. So, like, it's pretty short coming. But, like, I think, we've kind of talked a lot about Microsoft and their strategy moving forward, and obviously they've done the research and they've said, putting all of our games on other consoles is the big move. Where this is what we're gonna do. I would be again very frustrated if I was anything associated with Microsoft. If I was a console holder or a Game Pass subscriber. Well, not if I was a Game Pass subscriber, because I still get the game early, and I still get the game for way less than somebody on another console having to pay $70 for it. But it makes you think, like, what the frick am I doing on this platform even more if I don't even have to wait 6 months to get this game? But I don't know. I think it's ultimately good. I mean, exclusives only hurt consumers. I wish everybody put all their games on everything. That would make everybody's lives a lot easier. But I think it's just interesting to see Microsoft continue forward so aggressively with the strategy of basically becoming a publisher. Like they are no longer a console. Like I don't think they're in the console race at all anymore. Like this is them confirming we're a publisher,
which is fine.
Which is interesting to see happen.
Yeah, I think I don't really care about all these console war stuff because it's just annoying. It's just like, who cares? But
sure.
I mean, for Xbox, I mean, I like the Game Pass like model, how they handle their consoles and stuff like that, cheaper prices and stuff like that. And I know like their consoles have a lot of different features. I know they have picture in picture, I think, on their console. Like you can watch YouTube while you're playing your game or something, I think. Or I'm not sure.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Or like quick resume.
I'd have to have an Xbox first to tell you.
The thing. I know quick resume, like you can like turn off the game and then you could just resume where you're at because it saves or something from your last point you played. So yeah, I wish PS5 had that. So yeah, pretty much yeah. Then the last game they showed, they had ended off with a bang. Mafia: The Old Country coming this December, actually. So. Well, there's no release date actually, but they did say this December. Oh no, more details coming this December. Actually, my bad.
I was about to say like
yeah.
that. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't know why this article said that, but yeah, I remember seeing this like, oh shit. So it's like going back to like the roots of Mafia. So sort of like in Italy. So yeah, just a little cinematic trailer, no gameplay of it. We'll get more details in December during the Game Awards. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Pretty cool to see this. It's been a while since the last Mafia game, so can't wait to see more from this. I want to see how they handle everything, especially it being on the PS5, the current consoles, basically. So yeah, pretty cool. Can't wait to see more of this.
So you're a Mafia fan?
I've played Mafia 2 and I played Mafia 1. So yeah.
Okay, so you didn't play the third one?
No, I didn't play it because what was it? Because I got those the first 2 games were free, I think, when I got them. So that's why I played them. It was like a PS Plus or something.
Okay. I know PS Plus also had the third game at some point as well.
Oh damn! I might have it in my library.
So just assumed.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just download stuff, which I mean, I hear people say this all the time, but I agree. Like, just download every PlayStation Plus game you get. Just put it in your library, just in case.
Yeah.
But I couldn't care less about Mafia, dude.
Really?
It is another open world like GTA clone. I mean, that's literally how it was pretty much initially started. Like 1 and 2 was like they just were trying to copy Grand Theft Auto. 3 was okay. I mean, like I don't care very much about open world games. Like you really have to give me, especially ones that are very grounded, kind of like a GTA. Is you really have to give me some kind of hook to make me drive across a city with nothing else going on but like just literally driving down the road.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like it's you got to give me some kind of hook, and Mafia didn't really do that for me. I found it to be pretty bare bones, and obviously like the concept of being a Mafia member is cool, but like the gameplay in and of itself was just like pretty standard. This was such a underwhelming last thing to show at this conference. Admittedly, going through most of it, I don't know what you would have shown. Nothing really here is like a big splash. So like I guess the reveal of a new game would probably be the biggest thing to show. But like I don't know. This was like when you're thinking of like this is the last thing we're going to show you. This is our one last thing. This is so underwhelming. Like a cinematic trailer teaser for a game that or game series that I don't really care that much about. It's not no bueno. I didn't really love it. So I'm glad you liked it, but yeah. I was not impressed.
I think if you're into like that gang, I'm not into gangs, but like the aesthetic of like a gang, mafia era, mob boss, you know. I think it's very interesting.
Yeah.
I just
I liked Saints Row, like, you know.
Yeah,
like it's kind of similar. It's gang, not mafia gang, but I like those games. But I feel like there's a hook there. You know, they're kind of over the top comical games. Yeah, so that's why I enjoyed those.
Yeah. Yeah, with mafia is weird because like each game is like actually like the third game is different from 1 and 2, and sort of like the setting, I guess. But it's just like these games are just like I don't know. There's just something about it that's fun and it's interesting. Like something with the mob boss is what I'll say about it. So I can't wait to see more of this, going back to the roots of Mafia. So yeah, and I know you said it's underwhelming. Do you think what other game would have got you like hyped? Because like Gamescom is not really that huge.
Out of the ones that they showed,
yeah. You like
that's what I was just saying. Is like I really don't know. Like there's not much.
Yeah.
Here. Like most of this stuff, and I guess we can move into our overall impressions of the showcase, but like most of this stuff is just, it's stuff we've seen before. Yeah. Like there's no reveals here. Reanimal is a new game.
Yeah.
You know, like that was I think the other big announcement here. Borderlands 4 obviously was the biggest mic drop, but like that was the opener. And then Reanimal was the other big like IP that came out that they showed off. but I really don't. I don't know if Reanimal is the show closer either. So I really don't. I think overall this showcase was incredibly weak.
Yeah.
Like I think that's kind of what we're getting to around to, is like I was hoping for a lot more, and what ended up being was really like a, here's another trailer for games we've shown you before already, and none of them were very interesting or delved any deeper into games that I had already seen or wanted to see more of. So like this was, I mean, like I'll go ahead and give my rating for this. This is like a solid D minus. Like,
yeah, me
this
too.
is like, this was like easily my least favorite conference that we've seen all year. Just super. I mean, I wasn't like super bored watching it, but like it was like I put it on in the background and I was fine with it or whatever. But there's nothing here that impresses me or surprises me or looked incredibly fun either. So like I just can't say I liked it at all.
And I watched it live too, so it was almost like a waste of time at the same time, because I was hoping for that one big announcement. Maybe there's some announcements, but just like that huge one is just like, damn. I think we gotta wait for like the Game Awards or something like that, or even like I think Nintendo Directs, they do like the best shows, honestly, because they know like their target audience, even though.
I don't know how Nintendo does it either. Like they keep putting out games.
Yeah,
like, they keep putting out
like
games.
that last Direct, like the Mario Party. What the hell is a new Zelda game? Like that was like so random, and I forgot what they ended off the last Direct with. I forgot.
It was Zelda, right?
No, it was something.
Or did they do something else?
Something else. Oh, it was Metroid Prime 4.
Oh yeah, Metroid Prime
like,
4.
They got them announcements.
I don't know how they have that cadence, man.
It's like
that one studio producing so much.
Yeah, they got them bangers, man. It's just like the Nintendo Directs are just the most exciting, because they understand what they're doing, and hopefully the next Smash Bros comes out, because man, the character reveals for Smash Bros are like the most exciting. Like fucking.
They really are fun.
Man.
They're like a community event. You know?
Yeah.
What's next?
Like Joker when he got first announced, like what the fuck, or like,
Sora.
Oh man,
Sephiroth.
Yeah, I was working at a grocery store. I was like, I had to watch the Direct like while I was doing my job and stuff. Banjo-Kazooie. Oh man, when that came out, I was like, what the fuck? No fucking way. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, so like just Nintendo. They know how to do it. So. Yeah, my rating for this Gamescom show, D minus. It's almost like a D because of some of the announcements, but like just like so many trailers and stuff like of shit we already know. It's like, damn, I'm good. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Just probably the worst ones of the showcases this year, honestly. Like even PlayStation, the underwhelming one was way better than this one, honestly. So, yeah, just I don't know why I expected more from this, so it's probably kind of my fault as well for like expecting more.
I also had higher hopes. I mean, that's Jeff. I feel like is half the problem there. He likes to build it up. He was talking
about there's gonna be a lot of surprising announcements. And I'm just like, some of this.
He said surprising announcement. He said new game announcements, which technically he was correct, but like it was 3 of them, and none of them really astounded me. So
yeah, that's why Kingdom Hearts fans are going after his head. Like there's like a bounty on him from Kingdom Hearts fans. Ever since that one live stream he did trying to announce, or he poked fun at a Kingdom Hearts or something for the Summer Game Fest. So yeah, all right, that.
You gotta watch those Kingdom Hearts fans, man. They're rabid.
They watch every announcement. They even watched the Fortnite announcement, hoping for Kingdom Hearts news.
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
They got so, because they're trying to hope for Sora on Fortnite, and he just got mad. So, yeah, that's it for the news in the Gamescom show. So, pretty cool packed show today. Let's get into what we've been playing. Let me do mine's quick, actually. So Valorant, right? So I think I mentioned this last week that I was playing this game, and now it's got its hooks on me now. So. For Valorant, I always thought it was like a stupid game. Like it's like what, this game looks so dumb. It's like this is trash. But the more I play it, the more like satisfying it is to like play and like get kills and stuff. But it's like very hardcore. It's like very hardcore. Like you're gonna have to invest a lot of time just to get good at this game. Like I'm still bad at it. Like I still get like there's like some like couple rounds where I just don't get a kill. Like you feel useless to the team. But I think the hard part of Valorant is just learning the abilities and stuff. Because like you have to spend your money. Like at the end of each round, you have to spend money at a shop. Like the abilities cost money, and like you don't want to waste it, right? But you also don't want to spend money on it because you want to buy like a good gun. Otherwise, you have to buy it like a shitty gun, and like you're gonna die easily that round. So it's just like a lot of different like semantics with it. So just getting used to all the different abilities. There's a lot of characters in this game, and like they're expensive to unlock. Like I barely unlocked like my second character, and there's like 28 of them, I think, or something around 30. So it's just like there's like a lot of different agents and stuff like that, and it's gonna take a while for me to unlock them all, unless I spend money on it. But I'm not gonna spend money on this game because all the money you spend on this game is just cosmetics for your guns, and the gun cosmetics look good as hell though. I ain't gonna lie. So like they have different reload animations, sound effects, and stuff like that. It just looks good.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Yeah, I think Valorant probably has like the best gun cosmetics like in the game. Probably even better than CS:GO, I think. Even though I don't know much about CS:GO, so but they are expensive. It's like $20 up to like $40-$50, so it's just like damn, expensive as hell. There's the battle pass, but I ignore the battle pass, and they don't really shove it down your throat, the battle pass. Like I just don't know where to find it, so it feels good just playing the game.
just didn't yeah, I didn't even know they had one.
Oh,
so that makes sense.
Oh, they do. But you have to buy it, and it doesn't shove it down your throat like Fortnite, where like once you load up, there's a battle pass here, buy it now, new season. So like I just load in, press triangle, and I'm ready to go start just playing. Fun as hell though. I'm thinking what else. The games are long though. I will say like, for the regular match, there's also a quick match option. It's called Swift Play. So it's only like up to 10 rounds, best of 10 or something. But the other one is like best of 26 rounds. So like sometimes there's games where each team wins like 12 games or 12 rounds. So like it can go on for like almost like an hour long. So get ready to play Valorant. Like you have to invest a lot of time into this. So yeah, the matches they take a while to finish. So it's almost like a battle royale. Like the matches last long. So yeah, it does get you like tired at the end of like a long match where like sometimes you have to take a break because it's like a long 40-minute match where like we're going back at it and stuff like that. So you do get mentally exhausted, honestly. So but so far fun, and it's good that it's free. And I'm surprised it came to consoles. Like it was that one game. It's like this game looks okay, but it's never gonna come to consoles, so I'm not gonna care. But surprisingly, it came to PS5. So because I played it on my PC, and man, it's so hard to play games on PC. It's just like I just can't do it. So thank God for like the console version. So yeah, I wouldn't
So you're a converted Valorant player.
Yeah, and it's like my main multiplayer game right now.
Dang.
So
you playing with friends or are you playing just with randos?
Sometimes I play with myself, but that's rare. I usually play like one or two of my friends. Just tell them hop on and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm just curious to know how much communication, how much teamwork is actually required to succeed. Because I assume it's a lot.
A lot. I really don't use communication because nobody talks in the game. Because I'm doing like casual matches, so like unranked. But I'm sure like in ranked matches they are talking, and I haven't done that yet since I think I have to be like level 15 or something, so I haven't got there yet. But yeah. I remember I was playing and there's like some people taking it seriously, so yeah. It depends.
I assume the Riot games are always super competitive, from what I understand.
It's hugely competitive. Yeah, there's like a lot of different like moves and strategies in this game. So, yeah, Mike will be needed for when I do hop in the ranked games. So probably sometime in the future. So yeah, Valorant, check it out, man. It's so weird, but it's like hardcore at the same time. So you might not like it, but a lot of people love playing this, even like the casuals. So yeah. Then Kingdom Hearts 2. So I haven't really made that much progress on Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm trying to remember. Actually, I think I did make a lot of progress. There's like this huge section in the middle of the game. So it was me traveling around Hollow Bastion, so I had to return to Hollow Bastion. Also did part of 100 Acres, so like Winnie the Pooh and stuff. Yeah, just
Nice.
yeah, was it?
I said nice.
Yeah, it's just mini games in that world. So, yeah, Hollow Bastion. So I'm trying to remember what started it. Oh yeah, it gets attacked by the Heartless and stuff like that. And like, oh, I did the Tron world, so I did that, and then you.
Yeah, it's a big moment what you dropped into there. It's like it just kind of keeps going and going and going. It's easily
Yeah.
the longest outside of the epilogue. It's like the longest part of
Yeah,
the
and
game.
then I met Your Majesty, and then you fight one of the nobodies, the guy with the guitar in the water. He's like easy to kill.
One of the members of Organization 13.
Yeah, him. He's weak, and everybody acknowledges that he's weak and stuff like that. So it's just funny. And then you keep going down this hill, and then there's a lot of Final Fantasy characters at this point. Like you see Cloud, Squall, Aerith. You even see Tifa there. She appears for the first time. I remember. You see Yuffie, Sid. Everybody's there. And then I see Sephiroth like comes out of nowhere. I was like, oh shit. Am I gonna fight him? But you don't really fight him. He just tells you he's looking for Cloud or something, and then just flies away. So, yeah, I'm surprised for Kingdom Hearts fans who never played like Final Fantasy 7 or even like 10, right? Like I saw Auron, and then there's like from 10 to Yuna, Riku, and Pain in there. So it's just like, yeah, it's just like a lot of Final Fantasy like fan service in here. So, it's weird because like you don't have to play Final Fantasy before Kingdom Hearts, but it does make you appreciate those characters in the game. Like, oh, you know what they're here for, and like Sephiroth's talking about looking for Cloud. Cloud's talking about like I'm looking for some guy with gray hair, whatever, stuff like that. So it's like a whole lot of things right there. So yeah.
Yeah, I had actually never played a Final Fantasy game before playing Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And like but I was so into games, like I kind of knew through osmosis what the heck was going on and like who all these people were and the significance. So it was still cool, but like yeah, I think you definitely appreciate it more if you've played those games, and like especially at the time when like, you know, Sephiroth and Cloud, like, you know, that they were like almost icons in the gaming industry at the time, you know? So like it's just cool to even see them around.
Yeah.
So I agree. It definitely helps.
Yeah, and there's more Final Fantasy X nods in here. So, yeah. And I think they're wearing their Advent Children outfits, because I know Tifa has the black outfit. Same with Cloud. He has like the black outfit and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, they are. They
so
are.
yeah, this is pretty cool. I wonder who's gonna pop up next. Because when I saw Auron, I'm like, hell yeah, Auron. And yeah, it just makes me want like a Final Fantasy X remake so bad. It's just like, damn. So, so far, Kingdom Hearts 2 good as hell, honestly, so far. And just got to keep going and going. The next world I think I have to do is the Little Mermaid one, because it doesn't let me do any other world. And I think I lost some worlds or something. I lost Jack Skellington world, so I lost like the Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know where his world is at. I think it's clouded or something. It's weird. So I'm gonna have to do the Little Mermaid one next, and yeah, get ready for that for my next time I play that game. So yeah, so far so good. I will say it is definitely a huge improvement from the first Kingdom Hearts game. So like from everything, like the game, the cutscenes, like the everything, honestly, gameplay and shit like that. So yeah, pretty good so far. Like it's living up to the hype.
Yeah, I don't actually think you ever have to do the Little Mermaid world. Maybe I can't remember. They just make you drop in. You definitely don't have to complete it, but I would say if you just finished that whole segment, like in Traverse Town or whichever,
Hollow Bastion.
Hollow Bastion. Thank you. It's clearly been a minute. But I would say double check your worlds, because there may be. The next segment of the game, I think, is one where you have to start revisiting worlds.
Oh, okay, yeah, that might be sense.
So,
yeah.
Just throwing that out there to help you out a little bit.
Yeah, I'll do that.
But glad you're enjoying it though, because you know it's one of my favorite games ever. But that there's a lot of nostalgia built into that as well. So I'm glad to hear it holds up modern wise.
Hell yeah, So yeah, it does really hold up well. Like like even the cutscenes and the voice acting too. Like oh my god, because I remember playing Final Fantasy X. Like the voice acting there was just weird. It's sometimes awkward, but here it's just like perfect. Like it's just like it just makes sense and stuff like that. So yeah, that's all I have to say on this game.
All right, cool.
Go.
Am I moving on to my game?
Yeah,
So?
what is yeah, start with whatever one you want to start with, like El Paso elsewhere or a yellow taxi. So go with what you want to talk about.
Okay, yeah. You spoiled it for the audience. Yes, El Paso Elsewhere. I've been playing that. So I played two fairly small indie games. There were indie games that had caught my eye, and I decided to give them a shot because I heard they were good, or I heard that they were kind of up my alley. So El Paso Elsewhere is an interesting one because it's actually being turned into a film, and that's kind of why it caught my eye. Is it's a smaller indie game. Obviously, it did well on Steam. It has like over 1,000 reviews, overwhelmingly positive. But you know, like I heard this game actually come up on a couple of Game of the Year lists last year for some creators that I follow, and they specifically kind of noted that the game's story was really, really good. And so I was like, okay, I'm a sucker for a good story. I love story in games. I got to give this a shot. So this is a game that is basically Max Payne. It is so Max Payne, it hurts. It is clearly like a clone of the original Max Payne in probably like the best and the worst ways. But it was also done on probably less money than the original Max Payne was, and that you can tell because like the game is pretty bare bones. And I'll start from the top here. So the game's story is basically it's a very, you know, neo-noir kind of cop story, just like Max Payne was. And it's got a pretty, you know, good sense of humor too, but like overall this game is definitely pretty serious. But it's about a dude. He's like kind of a broken down man, you know. He's like addicted to pills and you know, just is he's had a hard life and all that other good stuff. And then he finds this woman, and she turns out to be a vampire. And he falls in love with her, and she eventually like decides that she is going to destroy the world. And he has to travel down into the depths of the universe, into the underworld, to stop her from destroying the world. And in the process, he shoots a lot of vampires and mummies and angels and all sorts of other supernatural stuff. And he can do so with his various guns and his not infinite, but his slow-mo. Like you can basically go into slow-mo and bullet time whenever you want. You jump and like dive into bullet time. There's like a button that literally is just dedicated to just slow-mo diving forward, which is like in Max Payne. That's like a very iconic Max Payne mechanic. And like you have, you know, like limited health, and you know, you have to take pills in order to get your health back, which is again very reminiscent of Max Payne. So like that's kind of where you're going with this game. Or the kind of the high level of this game. I think the shooting's pretty satisfying. I think the level design is pretty decent. It's very video gamey, very like there are 50 levels in the game, and basically it's just a bunch of corridors. You know, you're just kind of running through hallways, shooting various, you know, arenas of enemies, and like pretty much finding keys to doors to unlock them, and then like finding hostages to save, and like that's it. There's not really a lot going on in these levels. It's pretty bare bones, pretty straightforward. The shooting is satisfying. A lot of the shooting arenas are pretty well done for what they are, but like at the end of the day, they're good, not great. Like the game ended up getting pretty difficult about halfway, or maybe around 2/3 of the way through the game. Like I hit a boss. It became like I got stuck on it, and I just knocked the game down to easy. And when I did that, like the game became so much more fun for me, which like that is admittedly like my play style. I would prefer a game be easier than hard, but like I do think that like it was getting pretty hard, and like I could tell going through the rest of the game on easy, like this game was gonna kick my freaking butt like towards the end of it. It gets pretty difficult, but what makes this game awesome is its writing and its story. And I loved that to death about this game. Like, I think the protagonist for this game, every time he narrates, every cutscene, it took a minute to get into it. Like, I can't say I was like hooked on this game's story until about halfway through the game. Which the game's not super long. It's about 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours max. And, like about halfway through, I was like, I am so sold on this. Like, this is amazing. Up until that point, it was still good, but it wasn't like great. I thought the writing was fantastic from pretty much the beginning to end. I loved like the jokes that the game has. It's super funny in a very dark comedy kind of way, which Max Payne is very reminiscent of as well. But it's very self-aware, very dark sense of humor. And the soundtrack was also really cool at times. Every few levels, there's like an original track that like either is like directly narrating what's going on in the character's head or what's going on in the level or something like that. And like those moments really elevated it. I really enjoyed those as well. And like by the end of the game, I was really into these characters. I was really into their dynamic. I thought it was really believable and real. And the voice acting really sold those relationships, overall. And I think, like it really sold the experience, like from top to bottom. Was this relationship between these two characters, the story between them, the lore behind all of it, and like I can see why this game is being picked up for a film adaptation. That being said, would I say the game itself is like great? And in that case, I would say like it's good. And if you know what you're getting into, and like this is a very bare bones video game, or a very like a game that is very focused on what it wants to be, which is like a Max Payne clone, and it doesn't really have any aspirations to be anything more than that. And like it's really trying to sell you on its story and its characters and its writing, then I think you should definitely give it a try, and you may love it. And like I said, or you can just honestly, I wouldn't say we just watch the cutscenes, because there is like narration and like stuff that you can find in levels that is also very interesting, and like the soundtrack I think is also like a pretty good part of the game too. So like I don't know, there's a lot of elements here that really are outstanding, and I think you should definitely check out the film adaptation. If they do it well, it'll be great. But I don't. Had you ever heard of El Paso, Ellsper?
Yeah.
By the fact that you didn't know how to pronounce it,
El Paso.
You may not have. I don't know.
Yeah.
El Paso.
Yeah, I've heard. I think I saw gameplay of it like a couple months ago. Actually, I'm looking at the gameplay. Yeah, it's like I know what you say by like Max Payne. It's sort of like it's like I remember seeing gameplay of it, and people were like talking. A lot of people were talking about it. Like, oh, what is this game? I think I might have seen a stream of somebody playing or something, but yeah, it looks fun as hell though. Like, and I'm surprised it has a story. Like, it doesn't look like it has a story. From looking at it.
I know, right? It looks very video gamey.
Yeah, it's just like just shooting shit and then just going through doors and stuff like that.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And yeah, it did blow up. I remember there's like a TikTok of it, people talking about it, like, oh shit. So yeah, it's pretty much my knowledge.
I'm actually really pleasantly surprised that you've even heard of it, because I feel like this is one of those games that only the hardcores are going to even know about. And even then, like, you have to be in the right circles to even hear about it then. So, like, I don't know. This studio seems to be putting out a lot of games now that people are actually looking at. Click Holding, I think, is one that people were talking about not too long ago. I don't think it's supposed to be great, but like it looked interesting. I'd love to play it at some point. It looked at least interesting, funny to me at least. And then there's another game I can't remember the name of that they're publishing or making that like a lot of people think looks really good. It's like a Doom shooter, like a boomer shooter. But I don't know. This game I'd say I definitely recommend it if you're into the story. If you're into a good story, and if you like Max Payne, I'd say try it out.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah. My next game, the title is probably the most interesting part about it. Not the most interesting, but a very definitive part of the game, and I think it gives you a good idea of what kind of game it is, at least its sense of humor, and that's Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom. That is the name of the game, and it is a quirky little platformer that is clearly taking a lot of inspiration from Super Mario 64. Believe it or not, in Yellow Taxi grows Vroom, you are a yellow taxi. And it's debatable whether it goes Vroom or not, but it definitely is a yellow taxi. And you travel through a lot of different wacky levels with a lot of wacky concepts, like you go through like a dream world, a beach, a poop world, a gym. Like it's like all over the place. Like it's all very cartoony, very over the top, and it is really what separates it. What separates any platformer, really. What a lot of hardcore platforming fans will tell you. Yeah. I think there's a lot of elements that go into making a good platformer. Yeah. But one of the main things a lot of people will point out. What is the WoW?
I'm looking at gameplay of it. Yeah.
Gameplay footage.
Damn, this looks fun as hell. Yeah, yo.
Dude, yeah, right? That's what turned me onto it, is it looks super fun. So like what makes a lot of people kind of turned onto a platformer is its movement systems. Mm-hmm. So this game has a really unique and interesting movement system. It's very obvious that like whoever made this really kind of thought out not only the movement system but the level design around that movement system, and like how the player would have to interact with that. And so you are a car, and in most circumstances, in fact all that I know of, cars cannot jump. So like in this game, you cannot jump. You can only move like you would in any normally like a racing game or a car driving game, is you can only move forwards and backwards, and that's it. Mm-hmm. You cannot jump. So the only but you can boost. So what that means is ultimately in order to cross gaps, you have to boost over like jumps or hills or something like that. So like it ends up being a lot of boosting and like going very fast, going vroom, you could say. And what you're ultimately trying to do is like basically collect the stars, like in Mario 64. There's like gears that you collect throughout every level that, like once you collect a certain number of them, another level opens up and you can continue forward in the game. There's a lot of really intricate movement in this game, very precise movement. Right. And what really shows off that this game is trying to be kind of a Super Mario 64 clone, and also like try to really go back to those kind of roots of 3D platforming, right, is like you have a movement kit in this game that you're at the very beginning, they give you everything you'll need for the entire game. Like you can access every single move set or every single jump possibility that you can possibly execute. You can do at the very beginning of the game. What you don't know is how to do it. So like throughout the game, there will be levels or tutorials that'll be like, hey, maybe if you tried canceling your boost mid-boost, you'd do like a jump, like kind of mid-air. And that's kind of almost like a mini spoiler, because like you're not supposed to know how to do that until like, I don't know, like at least a third of the way through the game, or maybe even halfway through the game, where like, you're like, oh dang, I can actually jump or double jump, and like this is kind of crazy. Like now my movement options are super expanded. Like I didn't know I could do that. And like there aren't a lot of other moves like that, but there are a couple of other moves that you learn along the way that you're like, oh dang, like this is like there's more to this game. There's more to the movement options than I initially assumed. And like that, I really respected the design behind that, and they end up pulling off pretty much everything around this game pretty well. I enjoyed my time with it. I'd recommend it. And like I think for a hardcore platformer, like if you like Super Mario 64, like this is very reminiscent of that in a lot of ways. I think like there is like a learning curve to like, okay, well, this isn't like running around as a person. Like most of the time in a 3D platformer, you're obviously playing as a very traditional, like you get to run around in 360 angles and jump however you want and stuff like that. There's a lot of restrictions to this platforming, but once you get used to it, you're like, okay, this is just different and interesting, and you have to respect the design behind it. There's a lot of love put into this game. There's a lot of personality. And like I like the soundtrack for this game too. Like there's a lot this game has going for it. And I definitely recommend it. So like give Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom a try if anything I said sounded appealing.
Yeah, I like the art style, the graphics and stuff like that. It looks like a fun time. It's only on Steam though, right?
Yeah, it's Steam and I think Switch as
Oh,
well.
okay. Yeah, Switch makes sense for this.
I played it on Steam.
Okay. Yeah, I try to find a PS5 version. There's not. So, yeah, it's interesting.
No,
There's
there's
a lot.
not on PS5. At least not
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, not yet. Came out this year actually. Oh shit. So, yeah, it just gives me like that PS1, PS2 vibes right there. Um, and I'm surprised I haven't heard much about this. Like, I thought they'll be like more popular. You don't think?
I have seen it around. I mean, like that's how I've seen it at. There was a speed run for it at Gamescom Quick,
Oh,
and I've seen a couple of big streamers play it. Yahtzee, if you know Yahtzee at all, he did like a review for it. Like there's definitely people talking about it, but I would agree. Like this game did not blow up. I would have expected a little bit more attention to it and a little bit more people playing it. I think it's under 1,000 reviews right now. It's on Steam, which is kind of surprising to me, given the fact that I've seen it more prevalently than like something like an El Paso elsewhere.
yeah.
But like, still, like it's interesting that it hasn't blown up as much. Like normally these kind of games do a little bit better. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, I did my part. I bought the game,
Yeah, nice.
so I can't.
You didn't
complain.
pirate it?
No, I did not pirate it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This looks fun as hell. It's just, man, I just can't get with PC games. I don't know why. So,
I have to play it on my Steam Deck.
yeah.
I'm not into PC gaming either. So basically, playing it on my Steam Deck is like playing it on a Switch
Yeah.
or like a console, pretty much. So that's how I get around it.
Yeah, I'd be down to try this like one of these days. The movement though is like so weird. It's like you have to turn to like go forward to go back and stuff like that. It feels like tank controls in a way, I guess, but it's not at the same time.
It's it's like driving a car, right?
Yeah.
But you're very close. Like it's kind of like tank controls, yeah, in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome, man. I didn't hear about this. I'll keep this on my recommendation if it pops up. So, pretty cool.
Go for it,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Absolutely.
Nice. Are you done with it or what?
Yeah, I beat it. It's only like 10 hours long.
no.
Something like that, but there's so much extra content too, like I said, like it really does have like like if you want to master this game, it gives you the possibility of doing that. Like there's a lot of really difficult collectibles to get in the game. You don't have to get them in order to beat it, but like you if you wanted to 100% this game, there is so much content there for you to master. But I obviously didn't do that, but like there's a lot there for anybody who wants to.
Yeah, nice. I'll keep this on the wish list. Interesting indie game. Like this is like so unique to it. So like compared to like, not to bash indie games, but the indie games that are like almost like a Diablo type of game, isometric. But yeah, this is awesome. Can't wait to check it out one of these days for sure.
Nice. I'm glad I turned you onto it.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
nice.
This looks fun as hell. I like fast and like exciting games. And platformers too. Like I haven't played a platformer in a long time. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously a big platformer, but I like faster platformers too.
that's why I like
know,
Sonic, because he's
Sonic
fast.
or something like that. Yeah, exactly, man, exactly.
Yeah.
All the naysayers out there, but I do like fast platforming. So like that's a large part of what drew me to it, I think too.
Yeah. Did you see that Sonic Generations Collector's Edition?
Do you mean the limited run edition?
Yeah,
Is that the one you're talking about? The one with like them on like a Dreamcast?
Yeah. Oh man. And there's like a Chow
Dude,
keychains, and man.
Yeah.
Steel. Oh man.
If I had $250 to drop on it.
Yeah. That's like.
I
oh,
would.
Man, I wish it was cheaper. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I saw it I was looking at it the other day actually, and I was like, dang. I don't love like statues when my collector's editions come with statues and stuff. But I was like, that's literally the reason I would get that, is for that statue. But it's like, of course, like $250. I'm like, I don't know if I can swing that. The wife would not be happy with me if I if she saw that on the credit card statement.
Collector's edition used to be cheaper, I remember, but now they just keep going up in price. So,
Inflation,
right?
Man. Not in this economy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's everything we've been playing. So pretty cool list from you, honestly. So interesting games. So that's it for today's episode. So thank you everybody for listening to another episode of the Plug and Play podcast. My name is Alexis. Any closing words, Henry?
You know what? I think I do. I think that you should rate us on Spotify, Apple, iTunes. You should send us a viewer question at pluginplay1 or pluginplaypodcast1@gmail.com. And follow our fantasy league as we play throughout the year. You can be a part of it by following along. And thank you for listening.
Nice. Thanks for the shout outs and the promotion at the end. Yeah, thanks everybody for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace out, everybody.
See ya.